Custom Diecast. Welcome to the garage. This is the Hyper Rocker, Hot Wheels casting. Today in the garage, we are building for the Devil's Detail Diecast Monster Jam build with greenlight wheels and tires. This is going to be a challenge. We'll start out by drilling the post. I'm using a 1/16 drill bit to start off with. We got the first one done with some success. Off to the next one. Now we're going to switch to a larger drill bit. I have no clue what size it is, but it's just big enough to get the button head off the rivet. Now let's see if we can get this thing apart. With a little bit of magic, it just happened to fall apart. We have our plastic base, which is going in the trash can, along with our black plastic interior and our green windshield. Now I got to come up with a plan. I think it's 3D printer time. But first, it's time for the liquid goo. And here's my design for my new chassis. It's got my front and rear differential, my transfer case. It should work out pretty good. Now we just got to send her to the printer. And now we just sit and wait for the next 3 hours. In the meantime, let's get the body out of the stripper. If I can ever get a hold of this damn thing. Look at that paint, nice and bubbly. We'll go ahead and wipe it off with this rag and then take her to the sink. And now that we got the paint all off, we'll put a little buffing compound on here, which I use 3M, but you know, you can use what you want. I just kind of use my finger, try to get it all over it. Now it's time to get out the buffing wheel. Time to make her shine. Now if you're using opaque paints, you don't have to do the polishing and buffing. But for some reason I do it with all my castings. Time to go check up on the 3D printer. Looking good. Now it's time to see how these wheels and tires fit on this new base. That's if I can ever get this wheel separated from the axle. There we go. Now let's just stick it in the hole. Now it's time to put the other set on. It might be the front, might be the back. I guess we'll find out. They spin pretty good. Now what I got to do is snip some extras off this plastic interior piece so I can get the base on it. Now I think we're just about there. Here's a sneak peek of what it looks like on the chassis. Now it's time to get out the acrylic. Yeah, this stuff works great for making 3D images and body kits. With this stuff being clear, the final result is kind of hard to see. But once I start putting some paint on it, start doing some detailing, it comes alive. With this stuff, you gotta like start thin and just build it layer by layer. Then it'll turn out as smooth as glass. I'll give you a little hint. It has something to do with the upcoming holiday. And you're thinking, what the hell is that mess? Now it's time to give it a shot of some orange clear. Now I got the orange portion mask off, and we're going to go ahead and shoot it with some primer. Now we'll give it its final coat of black. Now, what is everybody's favorite holiday? Orange and black, of course, Halloween. Now I think I finally got the black how I want it. Now it's time to assemble Jack. And this is what it finally turned out to look like. I think it looks pretty good. Now we gotta see what it performs like on the track. This has to be my favorite pick of all. Everyone have a safe Halloween when it gets here. Thank you and see you on the next one.